They keep asking who the hell you think you are. Him. They keep asking who the hell you think you is. Him. Real.
I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing hate to say. Let us talk about it. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here we go. They'll start on the ground here on first down. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
First play and a first pass for Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Off the play fake, Cousins. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They run for the first time with Ty Chandler. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 19 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff. And
it's out. He put it on the carpet. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Second and short now following the fumble. Now a handoff to Chandler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
48.
Here's Chandler on second down. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ty Chandler with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
They'll run with a former Viking, Cordero Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd down and 8. Quick pass out to Miller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Ritter from the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
Ready.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Ready.
Here's Ritter. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they're on a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And taken right at the 35. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ready?
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Ready?
Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the...
Here we go, set. Ready, ready.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a...
He is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, 15 yards, and the Falcons have taken the lead. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Chandler. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Chandler. 56 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They run it with Chandler. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. This 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Chandler. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw now. Cousins completes it to the fullback hand. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Going right back to Akers. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons 16. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Cousins on 1st down. And incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Play action now. Cousins escaping the pressure right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Josh Oliver, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Joseph now to have the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here we go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
10 seconds.
Ritter going to change it up.
Set, huh?
3rd down, here's Patterson. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And take it right on the 30. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
All right, now here we
The
go.
last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
This one caught over the middle. It's Oliver, the tight end. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
And that's patience to be admired right there, because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Cousins. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line. From the red zone now, Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson from 17 yards out. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone, loose. It's loose, the ball bouncing around, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone, so that is going to be a safety.
I have to think the sooner halftime can get here for them, the better, because that first half has been rough, and that safety, it only adds to their issues. The other sideline, though, I think they're fine if we just skip the break and keep playing.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop,
You got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ready?
On second down, Ritter. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, it's Ritter. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. And they're going to speed things up here. Ritter on 1st and 10. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll give this to Akers running right. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons 42.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll go again here with Akers. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They'll run on first down. It's Chandler, and he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Cousins. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Cousins now to throw on first down. Completes this to Addison out left. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up second down. Play fake. Cousins. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Now Cousins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. 4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Going play action. Ritter. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down.
Ready. Fight 60. Cut.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Ready.
Ritter. That's out wide here for Robinson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, Trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
To the air again, it's Ritter. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts with his second touchdown of the afternoon. Cool for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Cousins. Dancing away at the 30. Shrugs it off. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
A give up the middle to Akers. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Jahan, we're going. We're going. Let's go.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw, Cousins. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36.
Quaker on the hop. Black, black. Black, black. Leave it. Bring up 48. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Where's the hot?
A give running right is Akers. And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize knows that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
First.
A first down throw for Cousins. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
To throw is Cousins. This is caught by Addison. 22 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
They'll run here with Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look,
touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Ritter to throw on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Set, ready.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Ritter. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Ready, ready.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. That is caught. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. The time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Here we go, set.
Ritter, he wants to change the play here.
Set, go.
Back to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Here we go. first and goal.
Watch out now.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
10 cycles. Cut.
Robinson will get down close to the goal line, but not in, and as he'll be marked down at the 1.
22 needle. Ready.
Robinson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run. This is Robinson trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. The decision made for him. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Brings up 4th and goal.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2. Ritter wants to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, trying to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every
What you mean you don't know how I'm stepping? What you mean you don't know what I'm repping? I'm good in my hood like they call me the blessing. You jacking my side.